Alrighty guys, so how's she going today? Today's been another busy day. Got a little sick this morning, went to the hospital. I'll explain that here in a minute. And this fucking green Jeep here has been pissing me the hell off. Every day. It looks like they're picking up their tarps finally from the school, which is probably a good thing. But yeah, that freaking green Jeep has been a freaking nuisance too. Not sure who the hell they are, but of course it's late in the day. It's going on to about 8 o'clock, 8:30. We'll hop in the shop here and we'll get some lights going. That would probably help, eh? But anyways, today's date is the 14th, April 14th, Tuesday, 2015. So, I'm going to adjust my pants here so we don't see anything we don't need to be seeing. And anyways, I woke up I woke up early this morning. Felt perfectly fine. And then, more towards 8:30ish in the morning, I kind of just started really feeling kind of funny. And then, I don't know, about a couple minutes later, started getting lights in front of my eyes again, which is not a good thing for a person like me. So, it's kind of like bright lights. And that's a sign of a seizure coming on. And that's what I had this morning. So that was lovely to have. But since I was already on the pills, it actually kept my seizure quite down. It wasn't as bad as they normally are. Apparently, from mother says that when they're really bad, I'll actually start drooling out the mouth. And I guess I didn't drool this time, so I guess I'm alright. But I felt very shitty for the rest of the day. I'm finally feeling pretty good, but eyes are still a little funky. But you know what? If I'm not getting dizzy anymore, so that's alright. But anyways, I went to the hospital where my bank is. I don't like going. See, there's that fucking Jeep. That's what I don't like about it every day. But I guess they're not really exactly doing anything, you know. But I don't appreciate it because it's too much noise. Let's go see what that Jeep's doing. They might just be joyriding, which I guess is alright, but, you know, fucking retards. I guess we'll hang on here. Let's go see what this Jeep's going to do. Yep. But, yeah. Hang on here. I gotta watch people from two different fucking directions. Come down this fucking road too, you little worms. So, not too sure who that is. Been seeing that Jeep quite lately too. I guess they could just be joyriding around, which is fine, but yeah. So what ended up happening was I went to the hospital where my bank is. I normally don't like going to them because when I used to go to them, the doctors that worked there before, the doctor that I had there before was about as dumb as a rock, and I didn't like it. So I was like, you know what, I'm done. So I didn't go there for a number of years, and I started going to the North Dakota one. I even went to the cities a few times for the bigger stuff, but so my mom and my grandma, well, just my mom mostly. My mom's been starting to go there to the hospital there where my bank's at, and I guess they have a new doctor there now, and he's really good at his job. I guess everyone loves him, and he's actually a pretty nice guy. So And he does seem to know what he's talking about. So I think I'm going to give him a couple more tries and see how I feel about him. And if I think he's right, and if I think, he's accurate, then I might be going back there again. But whatever, my insurance will pay for all my fucking... Luckily now I won't be stuck with this medical bill because, well, not really a medical bill. Well, having to pay to visit the doctor, my insurance will take care of that. So, and I'm not going to talk about my insurance because a lot of people get ticked off by it. So we're just going to leave it at that now. So, yeah. But my doctor thinks that the dosage of pills that I'm on is too low for my kind of body weight. I guess they go by your body weight. They don't go by your age or stuff. They go by how healthy you are, and if you're a heavy guy or a light guy or a medium guy, they go by your weight now. So I guess maybe they've always done it that way. I never really pay attention to how doctors do their stuff. So whatever. He wants to increase the dosage a little bit more. Which I kind of think is bullshit because I went, a good whole year of not having one. So, what me and my mom were thinking, and the doctor kind of agreed with us too, but he thinks now, holy shit, there is no need to do a burnout like that. Freaking retards. Look at that. Them two must be getting together or something, but I don't know. Whatever. But whatever. So, but my doctor said he wants to increase the dosage, I think by, I forget what it was, but it wasn't much more, but he said that would put it more up there. So, where did they go? Oh, that's not a public driveway. That's a private driveway. That's fucking dumb to do. Stupid sons of bitches. That's actually a private driveway. That's not public. But whatever. So, that's up to them. Actually, the neighbors that bought the property, let's see if he'll do it here a bit. Nope. Yeah, that pickup truck goes to the school over there a lot. Birds are coming. Okay, we've seen enough of you for today. But yeah, so the doctor just wants to increase the dosage a little bit. What good that'll do, I don't know, but whatever. Well, we were kind of thinking that it might have to do, it might be related to stress, because I'm pretty stressed out right now on this farm deal. So, he said that stress can cause it, and a lack of sleep. Well, the last few days I haven't been getting a lot of sleep. So, that might be the reason why. For increasing the dosage, I don't think it was necessary, but he said for my kind of body weight, it kind of is. So, whatever. But if I start feeling more fucked up and more tired, I'm telling him to lower it. I don't care. You have to think about your customers, or your patients, and how they're gonna feel about it, So, whatever. But we told him the situation too, and what was going on here and why everyone's stressed out and stuff. And he's like, that can cause it, stress and then a lack of sleep and under powerful pills too. But I think my pills were just fine. No, there's no freaking need to increase it. But hey, whatever. So, but anyways, give you guys an update on the land. Some of you guys were saying to put a restraining order against them. I was going to do it. I talked my grandma into doing it, and we went to the courthouse. Well, my grandma went to the courthouse while I was in the hospital chatting with the doctor. And he said, and the people at the court, or the cops said, in order to put a restraining order against someone, you have to call a certain number. You have to give them your information and what you know of it, and you have to pay like $200. That's ridiculous that you have to pay for that. That used to be free to put a restraining order against someone, and now we have to pay for it. I don't know. I think I'm thinking the reason why you have to pay for it now is because the people were abusing that power, putting restraining orders against people for no reason. But, that's stupid. So, and we just don't have $200, so a restraining order is not going to work. But, we're just going to keep doing what we're doing and I guess just give them any information we can. And hopefully it gets figured out. And like I said, my grandma stopped there, and my grandma doesn't really say things too well, so we didn't get a lot of information out of them, as far as I know. So, which I think she was supposed to ask when the hell this was supposed to get figured out, and it never happened, so not too sure what's going on with that, but whatever. But I did send the cop an email after I got home, a nice big long email, because I actually was going to go in there, into the courthouse, and let them have it, but I didn't have the strength to do it, and my mom didn't want to do it, my grandma wouldn't do it, so she already had been in there once, so I just sent them a big damn nasty email, and I said, we need to get this ball rolling. And I said, what are you going to do for him threatening me? All kinds of shit. And I told him too, like, well, if you don't get this figured out and don't give me an answer, and another thing they were supposed to do too is they were supposed to figure out how much land we own. And they haven't even done that yet either. And I told him too, he's like, well, you need to hurry the hell up, get going with it, and tell us. Tell us what the hell's going on. So, and I said to him, if I can remember what I said now. Yeah, I said to him that if you guys don't do... Well, actually, no. I said to him that this is what I said to him. I said, I've called you guys before. My grandma's called you guys before on other trespassers, and you guys failed to do anything about it. So, I don't know. But I said to him, like I said in the email, I told him that, and I said to him that if you guys don't do something about it this time, I will take it to a higher authority. And I was thinking the FBI, but from what John said, whatever his name is there, he said that I guess you really can't do it because they only do federal cases. Something like that anyway. Well, if he kills me, that guy, if he shoots me, then it becomes a federal case. So then the FBI do have the right to get involved if I if my mom chooses to go that route. And I'm going to kind of talk her into it, you know, but the thing is, I don't think this guy's going to take it that far. You know, I mean, that's, for him to do that, that would be like taking the gun to himself and killing himself. He might as well, because if he kills me, he's going to be doing, you know, life for murder. You know, so I don't think he would take it that far. You know, because then they would be sitting in jail or dead, you know. They won't, I don't think they'll take it that far. So, and this time I'm not going to be alone. I'm either going to have my mom, my grandma, or my uncle come with. Mostly going to probably be my grandma, because she's the main owner. I mean, we're all owners, but she's the main owner. Once she dies, then we're all the owners, and then it's up to me, my mom, my mom's sister, my uncle, my sister. You know, then we all have to fight about it. But, you know, we're not going to fight about it, because my sister don't give a shit, my aunt don't give a shit. My uncle, not too sure if he gives a shit or not, but, you know, he is farming it too, so it's pretty much just me and my mom that are defending the farm the most. And we're trying to get my grandma into it, but she's kind of that kind of a damn person that she's stubborn, and you really have to pound that into her head to get her to realize, you know, she's kind of that stubborn kind of person. So, but I finally talked her into, you know, going down there, seeing what you could do for a restraining order. They said that you have to pay $200, fill out a statement, you know, which is, filling out a statement is normal for a restraining order. You got to say why you're doing this to this person. But for paying $200, I ain't doing that. That's ridiculous. That is not reasonable. But I am thinking about that I might, if my mom sells one of her items on eBay, I might take $200 out and then just save it. And if he threatens me again, then I am going to put a restraining order against him, and it's going to be a heavy one. So, because this guy doesn't realize that he's fucking with the wrong person. And I believe it was, might have been John, not sure, one of my YouTubers. But somebody had left a comment on my yesterday's video on, I can't remember. No, maybe, well, yeah, but I think today I deleted someone's comment by mistake. That was my bad. I think that might have been that John guy. I think he left a comment on another comment on my video, and I did reapply back to you, but I was going to re-edit it, and I accidentally hit delete by mistake, and I deleted that comment, so that kind of fucking sucks, because I wasn't really done reading it, but, well, I was done reading it, but I wanted to correct my mistakes on spelling, and fuck that. Look at Bobcat! Ooh, sexy. Look at that sexy loader. These new loaders are fucking like blonde women. They're freaking hot and insane, man. They're fucking amazing machines. These newer Bobcats. Don't care too much for the DPF on them, but hell, you can rip it off too as well. So, listen to that engine. Can you hear that engine? Maybe not. Different engines though. So, yeah, so, I don't know. Just gonna have to see what happens. But there was one guy, it had to have been that John guy. Not sure though, can't fucking remember. I guess I could go back and look, but he was saying something about that the state owns about 8 feet into your property. I guess like no matter where, I guess. But he said he wasn't sure on the state we lived in. Well, we live in Minnesota. See, that's the kind of a backup alarm I want to put on the John Deere in Big Red. That kind of a backup alarm, but I can't find them. I'm not even sure what the hell it's called, but I like that new backup alarms. But someone said that the state owns 8 feet into your property regardless. Actually, for I think here, well, for where I live, no, they don't. Because 8 feet would be, if I don't get ran over by this, I will wait for this bobcat to leave. That bobcat might end up coming down here, so wait for this loader to get out of the way. Oh, he's coming this way. Oh, we're gonna get a good video on this guy. Hell yeah. So, hang on, let's get a awesome shot on the bobcat once it rolls. Heck yeah. The headlights on that thing are amazingly bright as well. Ah, I didn't get the model number. Gotta be a bigger loader though. Gotta be one of those bigger loaders. Yeah. Freaking nice. Gotta get me one of those for snow plowing. Well, see, the thing is, if they owned 8 feet into my land, rev that bitch up. I think they're gonna be leaving. Hang on, we just gotta wait for these frickers to leave. But here, that's not the case because I own, like on my land or here in this town, like my land. This is my land as well, and I also own the farm. I moved here because the house that I was living in on the farm got the short. Oh, that's not even legal. Is that legal? That ain't legal. He's reversing himself. Freaking knobs. Okay, I didn't know you could back up all the way back up the road. Well, I guess any cocksucker can do it. God, that freaking Jeep's driving me mad. But yeah, 8 feet. See, no, actually, oh, if that Jeep is going to come down this way, you know. It's just a busy fucking night to be making a video, you know. It's driving me fucking batty up the wall. I might as well turn into a goddamn fly and climb the freaking wall because I just can't catch a break here. Now I think there's something coming on the cemetery road because I see lights. There comes the loader again. Fuck yeah. It's the only reason why I love Bobcats. Best machines in the world, besides John Deere, but they're expensive. They're like $60,000 for one of those loaders. Holy shit and bricks. If I could finance one, I hell would. But I think they're picking up their damn tarps from the school because they put tarps over the hills there, I guess to avoid washout. But if someone could find that backup alarm, let me fucking know. You guys hear that? That's that newer version of the backup alarms. I want to find that. I know Paul Short gave me one that he had on his tractor, but it was okay. I wasn't a big fan of it, but it's nice. But I like these ones on the Bobcats. They're a lot better. So I guess we'll wait for the frickin' loader to go by. This is gonna be like an 1-hour video. Just keep these loaders keep driving around. He's probably wondering what I'm just doing, just standing there like a jackass. So that's why I kind of make it look like I'm doing something. So. Damn, lights are bright on that sucker too. So yeah. I don't know if that loader's coming back or not. Probably. There's still a pickup there. But 8 feet, there's still kids out. Well, I think 8 feet would be kind of right here at the bottom of this hill. Kinda. And that's actually a no-no. I actually own right up to the road because there's a sidewalk going in front of my property. A sidewalk, right? Now, that used to be public property. The the sidewalk. But what the hell's going on now? What's with all the machines today? Like, can I get a break? Like, give me a break. Like, really, I want to make a goddamn decent video for these people, and I can't even keep you guys entertained. I don't know what the hell's going on. But yeah, see, well, anyways, the public, or the sidewalk that goes in front of my house once was public land. But that was only because, I believe, because the field next to my property, there's an empty lot right next to me, which I wish I could buy, because it'd be a shame for these people to get a hold of it, because look at what they're doing over there, right? Well, there used to be homes over there. You guys can't see it too well, but where my property ends and it goes to the ditch, there's a guy from California that actually owns that land. But where the sidewalk is, let's say this is the sidewalk, okay? Well, let's say this whole thing's the sidewalk, okay? Well, the sidewalk ends right here. Then you got a little piece, but a little bit of yard. Well, when the buildings left, when those trailers fell apart, the sidewalk was no longer being usable. So I think the state or whatever, well, no, actually, let me recorrect myself. This property right here that I'm standing on, there never was even a home here. This was the same thing as what that field is today. This used to be just an empty lot. But no one was using the sidewalks anymore. The buildings over here left. So when the lady bought this property before me, she bought the sidewalks as well. So the sidewalk is my property. So I have the right to rip those sidewalks out if I wish. But I need a bobcat with a hydraulic breaker to do that. So, but I own everything. Come on, people. You're driving me freaking up the wall. Freaking knobs. But I own, that's that same pickup truck again. That's a silver one. I own everything right up to the highway. All the way up to the road. I own this property. All this property. Now, I'm not sure you're going to see this. Right to the end of the concrete, or to the gravel. It ends. I'll turn this light on. This is where my property ends. Right here. Right here. That's where it ends. And then it goes all the way. Then my property ends right where those poles are. But I mow the alleyway as well, just to be a nice guy. So, and I own everything up. I own everything up to this last pole. Right here. Right there. That's my pole. That's where my property ends. And goes all the way up to the highway. Up to the highway. So I own the sidewalk as well. You know, and I even went, at the time, this guy was mayor. So I went and talked to him about ripping it out. Because I wasn't sure if it was my property, okay? And I went to him and I said, well, can you go figure out, at the time he was mayor, so he was supposed to do that kind of stuff. So I said, well, could you go call someone and figure out exactly where my land ends? Well, first he said, because he went and figured that out. Sorry for the glare of the light, but I went and talked to him. And he said, no, that's public property. A week later, he flags me down and says, oh, hell yeah, that's your property. You can rip it out. So it's my property, so I can rip out the sidewalk within my property. And I'm pretty sure that's how it's working at the farm too. So, I mean, each land is different, but whatever. But see, to me, it doesn't make sense on how the farm works, because I love that beeping sound. It's just so... Just think if I had that backup alarm on Big Red, holy shit, it's pissing a lot of people off. See, the thing is, I'm confused on this because since now this guy owns that pond that they put in. Well, they dug it up for dirt. Well, that means our property. So here's his pond. Here's our field. Well, and then it goes like this. It must be going something like this. Because then we have our dirt field, which is also going past his property. Well, see, his property must end about up to where our second, because we have one piece of land of dirt, some bushes, and then we have the big section. Well, his property must stop at where my little field is at. The little sample field, I call it. And then it just keeps going on to wherever. But the thing is, if I'm correct about this, his property begins where the tree lines are, which is the pond is actually lined up with his trees as well, so it actually kind of helps. But if we own up to those trees, and I even went and looked, he put a pile of dirt on the edge of his property, right? Well, it actually went over into our property. So if that pile of dirt is in our property, he has to take the bobcat and push that pile away because it's in private property land. And another thing I'm thinking of, if he does not own the pond, like the property that he claims that he owns, right? That's our property, then that's actually a illegal dig site then. But my uncle went and looked and he said, no, that's Brian's property. That's his name, Brian, because you guys have heard his name before. So, but if the pond is his, then it's his. And I think the farmers are actually planting. They were planting all day today. They were really going to town. So the farmers are in the fields. I think that's what I'm hearing roaring over there. A little late to be seeding, but whatever. So, but if we own even just half of that pond section, because it doesn't make sense that our land curls like that. I don't get it. The way I'm seeing it is that it's all one big square. It's all one big square, right? That's the way I'm seeing it. But I guess obviously it can. Some fields can curl. Bobcat, fuck yeah. I should see if I can borrow that loader from him for a while. Holy shit! Would that ever change the difference in the fields? So I'm kind of thinking that. Fucker's loud. See, I'm just thinking, I'm not, calling them out and saying that's my property as well. But if it is, if that pond actually is ours, or at least half of it, then he has to turn around and backfill half that, because that was also a illegal dig site. But I'm not going to call him out on that yet, because I don't know. But I'm just saying that if it is, because it makes no sense to me that our field would have such a severe hook in it. So, and maybe one of these days I'll get down there and I'll kind of show you how it goes, but to me I don't think it goes that way, but I mean I guess it can, because to me it seemed like it would just be doing like a complete straight L, because my great-grandpa's fence is still along the green field. So, well, at the one time, the field that Brian owns was ours at one time, but my great-grandpa sold it because he had to pay off some medical bills and stuff. So he sold it, which is a big fucking mistake to do, because now if I ever want to buy that land back for him, it's going to be hell. Maybe he would sell it if I offered him, I think the only way Brian would ever sell that field back to me is if I paid him a lot of money. And I might actually be willing to pay a lot of that money. I don't care. The field might be only worth, say, $500. Well, if he wants... Well, I mean, he has to sell it for what the value is, but, I mean, if he wants more, then I'll give him more. As long as I get that field back in my name, I'm fine with it. But, I can't, I don't know, he's most likely not going to sell it, to me in the future, but, if he ever decides to sell it, you know, then I want it back, you know. And I'm willing to pay whatever he wants for it. You know, if he wants $1,000, I'll pay the $1,000. But I'm just saying that example. I don't know what that field's worth because it's not a very big field. But that used to be our property because even my great-grandpa's fence is still there. Well, it was my grandpa's. Well, yeah, it's still ours because it still goes. It's still in our property kind of somewhat too. So, but whatever. It doesn't matter. But if I ever want to buy that land back from him, and, you know, and if he's selling it, you know, I'm going to pay obviously whatever he wants for it because I want it back in my name. So, if he wants more than what it's worth, then you know what? Money is no object to me. I just want what was ours to begin with. You know, it kind of really disappoints me that my great grandpa sold it, but he had to. He sold a lot of his farm equipment too. He still kept some around. Which is actually a good thing because a lot of them are antiques now. So, but yeah, here comes the damn loader again. I may just have to put the door down. So, can I borrow your loader for a couple days? Give me the dirt bucket, not the forks. I need the bucket. So, whatever. But yeah, so it just kind of, it pisses me off that my great-grandpa did it, but he did it, and I can't. If I could go back in time and tell him not to do it, I would, but I can't. So, unfortunately, that's the way the world works. So, but at some point he will pass on, you know, which is going to be bad for his whatever family he's got laying around. But you know, but if I can get that piece of land back from him. If I even have to make monthly payments, and if he's willing to accept monthly payments, I'll do it. You know. So, because it's just that, you know, I want it back in my name. I want that piece of land back. And he really can't refuse me. Even though he hates me. I'm sure he hates me. And I don't really care for him either. But if I'm making an offer, like if he's selling his field and I'm making an offer, he really can't refuse me. Just because of my name, you know, so he really shouldn't refuse an offer. Like if I'm willing to pay him $1,000 and it's only worth, you know, $500, then he should just take the money and fucking run. That's what I would do, you know. I'm not saying that land's worth $1,000. I'm just saying as an example is if that's what it was worth. If that field was only worth $500, and he wanted, and then, you know, I would pay him more than that. Just to get it. But you know, it would be up to him, obviously. So, but he really can't. He really shouldn't refuse an offer if I'm making him an offer. You know, it's not for sale now, but I mean, later on in life, you know, if he decides, well, this is just, you know, going to be too much for me or something, you know, I don't know if he would ever really move because he's got that big ass shop there. So. And now he doesn't even spend that much time there anymore. He's spending his time at this White House where these people used to live. These people that used to live in this White House, you're not going to be able to see them, but there's a White House over here. They moved out. They moved down there. And then someone moved into the house, but then now Brian's been spending a lot of time there too. So I don't know. Maybe if he's got a girlfriend and he's spending time with his girlfriend, I don't know. I'm not going to put words into his mouth, you know, I'm not going to put words into your mouth. I'm just saying, if that's what's going on, that's what's going on, you know, no big deal, but he's been spending a lot of time there. So, it makes me wonder, maybe he's got family members over there, and he's spending time with them, you know, maybe he hasn't seen them in a number of years, I don't know. Or he's finally got himself a woman, so, I don't know. But my mom thinks that he actually bought it. I don't really think so because, why? He's already got land. But my mom thinks that maybe his house has got too many problems because it is an older home, so, I don't know. I really can't give you guys a lot of information because I don't know nothing about this guy. So, I'm not going to shove a bunch of, you know, words on YouTube and they're not accurate, so. any words that I am putting on YouTube, they're just, you know, that's what could be happening. But I'm not saying that it is, you know. Whatever he does is his business. But, you know, if he ever sells the land, that field, he really shouldn't refuse an offer from me just because of who I am. You know. Take the money and run. That's what I would do if I was that guy. Take the money and run, you know. Because, you know, whatever. It doesn't really matter, but. So, yeah, and I think we will be firing up the John Deere trimmer in a couple of weeks. Because the grass is actually starting to grow now. It's actually really making a good comeback in the yard. Won't be mowing it anytime soon, but I might actually have to trim because it actually grows along the sidewalk I got in front of my house. It always grows the most there. I don't know why. Probably because it's so warm there. So, whatever. It only gets trimmed whenever I mow anyway. So fuck it. So I will keep you guys updated on the land and stuff, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully, he'll read my email. I don't even know if he'll even check his email because I actually had to, well, not me, my mom actually had to call. I think it was yesterday, and to tell them that I had sent the video to them, because I think I had sent the video to them like 2 days ago. You know, from yesterday, and I never got a word from them. And I left I told them too to email me back, call me back, whatever you want to do, and let me know that you got the video. And he never did it. So my mom called and said, "Well, did you get his video? Because if you didn't, then I have to I gotta look it over again and make sure that I sent it correctly." So, and he did email me back later on and said, "Yeah, I got your video." But if you'll check my big message now that I left him, I don't know. To me, it doesn't seem like he's really into that, so I don't know why the hell he has it, but whatever. So, yeah. But I do, you know, and another thing too, like a lot of you guys were saying too, that owning 100 feet beyond the river is a lot of bullshit. It's accurate to the bridge because they do own a chunk of land past the bridge. Like if the bridge, what can I use as an example as a frick? Okay, we'll use this. Let's say, how should I do this? Let's say this is the bridge right here. This whole thing's the bridge. Okay, well they own, I believe, like maybe 50 feet or 100 feet beyond that, and then right in the middle of that they have a trail. Or that trail goes down to the river. Well, someone's been splicing into ours, and then obviously, like I said, going into the woods. Well, they're not supposed to be doing that because it's private property land. After that, it's not like that with the river. From what the deputy says, that we probably own right up to the river. You know, and it don't matter anyway, because I can tell you right now, and you guys can use this as evidence later on, if you guys want to help me on this, where that trail is, my great-grandpa's old fence is on one end of that, trail. It's ours. My grandpa put that there. They would not, if that was public land, they would not allow my grandpa to put that there. Okay. My great-grandpa, had that whole entire forest fenced off. So his cattle could go and roam in them, you know, and eat the grass and break the branches down and everything, open it up. So, yeah, it's our land, you goofs. But see, the thing is, I think what this guy's doing, and you know, these two people here, and the Rangers, they think that I really am stupid. I'm retarded. They think that I'm retarded, and I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. So, That's why it obviously it went the way it did, because he thought that I didn't know it. You know, for years and years and years, my whole life that I've been there, my grandma has always told me things about this land, about the farm. So I know everything about that farm. I could tell you where a certain tree is. You know? So, because it's like, it's built into my memory, into my brain. I can tell you exactly how this land goes. But, whatever. And another thing too, I'm going to show you as an example here too. This is the dike. Okay, the dike is public land. It's still kind of on our field, but the town said that it would be better that they put the dike the way it is now, because before they had it closer to the river, apparently. But they said it was putting too much strain on the dike that way, so they said they were going to move the dike further into town, and that's the way they have it today. Okay, well, this is the dike. The full width of this is the dike. On the ends of the dike, there's little ditches. Our property ends, I guess, right up to where the ditch drops off, right to that. So, because that's what my grandma told me when I went and showed her, you know, where they were trespassing, and she said that's where the land ends, and it also ends by the bridge where the trail is, going, running along the side of the bridge. That's public property or state property or whatever. The one in the woods is private property. But see, the thing is, why they're thinking it's public was because back in the day when my great-grandpa decided to retire, my grandpa and my great-grandma decided to give them permission to use that trail as joyriding for snowcats, ATVs, you know, rangers, that typical kind of thing. Get it now. They're dead. So their rules no longer apply to that land. Now it's ours. So, see, but they still think that it's public because my great-grandma and grandpa made it that way. Not anymore. And I don't think it's on record either of them saying it was okay. They just gave people permission to do it. So that's why it's probably going this way, because they think, because they just think that's the way it is. That's why everyone's, you know, is getting mad at me, because they think it's actually public land. It was only open to the public for the remainder of their lives. When they retired from farming, they opened that section of the field of that trail to people to joyride. But then once they die, which they're dead now, their rules no longer apply. Like I said, they no longer exist on the system. It is now our rules, mainly mine, because I'm the one with the hard ass. If I wasn't saying anything, it would still be going on the way it is today. So, because my regular grandma doesn't really give a shit, and you know, so that's kind of why her and me get into arguments too, because, you know, I'm trying to get this into her, and she's stubborn, you know, so, but she knows her land, you know, she's been living there all her life as well, so she knows, and I know. So don't fucking talk shit to me and say that, well, this is public fucking land, and you can't stop me, you know, and yada yada yada. The hell I can. So, and no matter what, if it's public land or private land, I still have the right to videotape you. Because if I feel threatened, or if I think something illegal is going on, I have the right to videotape it for evidence. So that's why, if you guys heard in the video, I said this was for evidence. Because I knew something was going on, and it was illegal. So hopefully, like I said, the cops will do something about it. If not, there's going to be a problem. I will have to go to a higher authority then. I might even have to hire a lawyer. I don't know. Maybe. I might have to go to a judge. I don't know. I don't know how that works. So if anyone has any ideas of what I could do, tell me who's higher than the cops. Is the mayor of the state higher than the police? Is the judge higher than the police? Who's higher than the cops? Who's higher than the police department? You know? If anyone knows, let me know. Because I think that rule applies the same in all states. It doesn't matter what state you live in, it's still the same thing. So, but yeah, so anyway, guys, I do apologize for a 15-minute video. I'm going to take off, guys, and I'll keep you updated tomorrow. If I hear anything, there'll be another video. And yeah, thanks for, just wanted to say thanks to all you subscribers for sticking with me for the last few days and whatnot, and being on my side and whatnot and stuff. And thanks for watching the videos and leaving the likes. I've really been appreciating all the likes. The dislikes don't bother me quite as much. I usually only get like 1 or 2, so it's not a big deal anymore. But I've been getting right around the 7 to 11 likes a video, and that's actually pretty awesome. I like seeing that. So that tells me that you guys are, enjoying the videos and stuff. So, but hopefully the videos will get a little bit better, maybe, because I think I'm going to be pulling the cultivator in here soon. Because if the farmers can get in the fields, I think I could probably get in the garden pretty quick. We're going to be doing some cold starts. I got a cold start the tiller, the John Deere trimmer, the chainsaw. Get all that up and running. And I'm hoping to get the chainsaw up and running this year because I want to get rid of that tree. So, in the field. So, but yeah, so do expect maybe some chainsaw vids. And, yeah. Yeah, so anyways, guys, just want to say thanks for watching. Do appreciate all the likes and the comments. You guys know I love reading them. I love reapplying back to you and stuff. It actually means a lot. So, I hope you guys stick around. I know my videos get boring from time to time. You just kind of have to, just not put up with it, but just kind of, just kind of watch it anyway. And if you think something's wrong, like if you see me doing something wrong, let me know. So, yeah, anyways, guys, I'm going to take off. And let's see what this truck's going to do here quick. Stuff. Drive slowing. Driving slow. Kind of creeps me out during the night when I'm by myself, but I've seen that truck before, so I don't think it's anything threatening. So I guess I could plug my work light in. It would be a lot brighter than the security light. Oh, well, I think I'll make another video on that tomorrow. There's something else I wanted to talk about, but this video is 53 minutes long, and I know you guys ain't even going to make it this far. So maybe tomorrow I'll talk about it, about something I wanted to do. It's a lot of money, yeah, but it's kind of worth it, especially with these kind of jackasses running around. So I'll talk about it in tomorrow's video, because I'm going to make another one. And every day I'm going to keep you guys updated to what goes on. So, yeah, anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Do appreciate all the comments and the likes and stuff. Keep it up, If it wasn't for you guys, I probably wouldn't be doing these damn videos, I would just say, say the hell with it and be done with it. So, but yeah, I'll keep you guys updated tomorrow. I will keep you updated every day. So, anyways, guys, have a good day. Thanks for watching. And, yeah, take her easy, guys.